The following episode contains physical violence, kidnapping, stabbing, and harsh swearing. If you are sensitive to any of these, please listen at your own discretion. A transcript of this episode is available at dininginthevoid.com/transcripts. We hope you enjoy this episode of Dining in the Void.
I feel a chill despite the fire in me, like what's to come may freeze you where you stand. These violent and most unnatural games killed millions so the old ones may expand. What they have done is reprehensible, the way that they have frozen all their kin. I cannot do a thing, I float and watch, the host repeating those mistakes again. Even if they live and no one dies, the game will run till every guest cries.
Let her go!
Not until you catch me.
Quick! Around that corner!
Aveline, don't stop running! Come on!
I can't. I have to stop. I'm sorry. I can't.
They're getting away! Where'd they go?
I don't know. But they're gone.
They can't be. We just turned the corner. And there's no doors in this hallway. There's no invisible doors either. They're not back that way either. Where did they go?
Oh, stars. Katie Bell, look up.
I see a ceiling. What am I supposed to be seeing?
No. Come back and stand next to me. It's a vent. It's not on the ceiling, it's above that door.
All the things on this ship that make no sense. This makes the least sense. Why isn't it just on the ceiling?
Hold on. Let's see if we can get through the door. That's weird. Don't doors just kinda slide open on this ship?
Come on, let's kick it down.
You can't kick down a sliding door.
Not with that attitude.
Hold on. I have a better idea. Let's pull it apart.
That makes more sense. Let's try it.
Actually, before we try that, TALA, is Joe in this room?
I can't actually detect Joe. The only reason I know who they are is because you've talked about them. But I don't know...
TALA, focus. Joe just kidnapped Waverly. Can you detect her?
I can do that.
Well, where is she?
Oh, right. Sorry. She's nowhere near either of you. That room's empty.
Then why isn't the door opening?
I have no idea. Should I try and open it for you?
No, don't bother. Just tell us where Joe took Waverly. We have to get after them.
Go back to the corner where you lost them, but turn left instead.
Okay, come on, let's go.
What do you think Mars is working on?
It's a vaccine of some kind. I tried to ask them about it earlier, but they just said, it's going to solve our problems, let's leave it at that. I really hope they're not just trying to kill me or anything.
Well, I'm here. If they try anything, I'll take them down.
ELORY, I love you, but I doubt you'd be able to stop them. You can barely control G.
In my defense, she's only 8 and she's already bigger than most kids.
There you two are. Where's G?
She's with Mars.
Surely she'd be safer with you two. I mean, you are her parents.
Well...
We found something upsetting while we were exploring. I tried to explain it to her in a nice way, but she wouldn't talk to either of us afterwards. We handed her off to Mars when they said they wanted to explore some more. G ran over and hugged them, and she actually spoke, so we let her go along. I think she blames me for what we found. I wonder if she thinks I did it.
What happened?
Someone poked a hole in the shuttle's engine. All the fuel leaked out.
I knew I should have purchased extra when we refueled.
It's fine, dear. You couldn't have predicted this. Even if we managed to get out of here, we wouldn't get very far.
Does the shuttle run on the same fuel as the station?
If the station runs on ethanol, perhaps, but we don't know what the ship runs on.
Fair point.
I think I know what you're getting at, Galatea. It's a shot in the dark, but perhaps we should hunt for fuel reserves. Worst case scenario, we learn what propels the ship. Best case scenario, we might be able to patch up the shuttle and get out of here.
If that works, I can work with TALA and figure out a way to get around the lockdown.
Right. TALA, are there any fuel reserves on this ship?
There should be extra fuel. I'm pretty sure there is. Let me check. Yes, there's a room full of these laser traps, and there's this room behind it with a bunch of sealed barrels. I didn't see what was on the barrels, but it might be fuel?
It's a start. Take us there.
It's just a few doors down from where you are now. The room is behind that yellow and brown striped door. That's a weird color choice.
Not if you have the right shades.
Yeah, but stripes?
I'm not saying this host has good taste. I'm just saying it can be done.
Oh, I almost forgot. The laser traps only activate when you step on a square.
TALA, the entire floor is squares. That's not helpful.
To be fair, some of them are rectangles. If only they weren't all white.
Whoever designed this room should be shot.
Let's just be careful.
ELORY, you don't need to hold my hand when we do this. You'll be all right.
Well, maybe I feel like holding your hand. Maybe it's unrelated to the fact that I'm completely terrified.
Well, fine. I guess I should hold your hand then.
Maybe you should.
You two can be completely adorable all you want once we figure this out. I'm moving forward.
Sawyer? Why'd you stop?
You know how I tell you everything?
Yes. You'd try at least.
There's something I haven't told you. I need to tell you before anyone else gets hurt for what I did. Green Globe Industries, or rather, I, received funds for a less-than-legal project from some undesirable sources. Beyond that, several of my employees have embezzled funds from this company and from previous companies. Our hiring staff knew most of the new hires had done so, but they hired those people anyway. When I realized how deep the problem went, I had whoever I could fired, but I'm sure there's more where that came from. I can't pretend like Green Globe is anything less than a company. It's my responsibility. I wanted the best people, but those people are unethical. I suspect all of that is why I was brought here. The host of what was ostensibly a dinner party wanted that to come out. So, now you know.
I see. Okay. I hate to say this, but I think I've always known that. I didn't know details, but I knew somehow. I don't know how.
I understand if you're angry with me.
I don't know how I feel. I think I need time to process. Now might not be the best time.
Oh, shit.
Galatea?
She's frozen.
The laser froze her? That's odd. I didn't know lasers could do that. Tasers, maybe, but she looks like a statue. Huh. Now she truly is a work of art.
Sawyer,
Sorry.
do you think we can free her?
I hope so. Wait, look over there on the far wall. A control panel. If this room was meant for people involved in the trial, then surely the host might...
Wait, trial? What trial?
Walk with me carefully and I'll explain. Before you got here, we overheard this mysterious voice message from someone unknown. It seems this station was used to run contestants for something through a life-or-death trial. I think all but one would die on the ship and their bodies would be sent back to their families, which seems nice at first, but is quite morbid. Imagine us sending G off to some kind of retreat and we got her body back instead.
I get it. So is this host running that trial again?
Possibly. They may not know everything we'll do, no person can know everything, but they know us well enough that they can guess what we'll do next. They're ahead of us. But I don't think they counted on you and G showing up. The lockdown was turned off just long enough for you to get in.
But why? Why would this host allow outsiders to come in? If it's about punishing all of you...
That's a fair point. Perhaps the host wanted to bring you two here, so then I'd die horribly in front of you. I know that's morbid, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's their game. Alright, we're here.
The buttons have labels. Thank the stars.
I don't trust this. They might be labeled wrong to throw us off.
We need to rescue Galatea. We can't stand around deliberating forever.
I know. Well, it doesn't look like they've been tampered with. None of the labels seem to have been switched, so let's try the one called Release. Galatea, you're all right.
Of course I am. I heard what you both said, I just couldn't breathe.
I hit the button that read lasers off. I think we're okay now.
Well, you took your time.
To be fair, Miss Ivory, we could have left you. But we didn't.
Well, you might not have, but your dear husband is another story. Did he tell you what he did to me?
Under pressure, not of my own free will.
In case you haven't heard, he's the one who had to put out my eye.
Sawyer?
We were forced into a sick game by this shapeshifter Joe. It was truth or dare with violent punishments. Either Mars and I answered Joe's invasive questions, or Galatea got hurt. She lost a finger, then she was in isolation. For us it was seconds, but for her it was months.
It was horrible.
That's awful. Miss Ivory, I'm so sorry.
In the last round, I had to put out her eye. Joe threatened to kill me if I didn't.
If only they had asked Mars. The good doctor might have sacrificed himself for me.
That must have been a hard choice to make. But if you had taken the punishment and saved Galatea, I would have understood. Not immediately, but I'd understand.
I don't think Joe would have spared Galatea even if I had died. They surely would have hurt her whether or not I was there. Mars and I were pawns. If we hadn't been so selfish... Galatea, I feel awful about what happened. I know what I did was deeply traumatic for you. What I felt was nothing compared to what you went through and what you must still be going through. I'm sorry. If you want to kill Joe, if you want them dead, I will help you make it happen. They should die for what they did to you.
Even if they're awful, you shouldn't kill them. Then you're no better than they are.
We may have to. Sawyer, I I forgive you. Mostly. But in the future, there's something I'd like to ask of you.
Anything. Within reason.
I don't need you to lead me around or anything, but if I have to do something that requires depth perception, would you be my eyes, so to speak?
I'd be honored.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Should we look at those barrels? There was a button that said fuel reserves. I'm guessing that's what we're looking for.
Right, of course.
That is what we came in here to do, after all. Now, what's on this one?
Whoa, gee, look at this door.
Ew, gross. Vines. Real vines. Gross.
Are they not gross and cool?
No, they're just gross. Ugh.
I see. Now, whose room could this be?
Mars!
Oh, what's wrong?
You almost stepped on something.
Oh. That's... Oh, shit. That's a knife.
Whoa.
Hold on, let me pick up with my sleeve. Okay, it doesn't have anything bad on it. It doesn't appear to be acidic or toxic or anything, but I wouldn't lick it if I were you.
But what if it tastes like candy?
I promise you, it doesn't.
How do you know?
I know this knife. It's... Shit, I'm talking to a child. Well, let's just say the person that used this knife is a very bad person. You might even call them evil. They're a shapeshifter and their name is Joe.
A shapeshifter? Really?
Unfortunately, yes. They're only on this ship to hurt everyone.
Including me?
Yes. Wait a tick, I have an idea. I'm going to take this knife with me. If you see Joe, let me know and I'll stab them.
Isn't stabbing people bad?
Not if they're trying to stab you first. Joe probably has a knife on them all the time.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should keep exploring. This room's really scary.
It's just dimly lit. That's not scary. Only kids get scared of dark rooms.
I'm still a kid. I'm only 8.
Really? You're my height.
Yeah, so? I'm still little.
Not that little. When I was little, I wasn't afraid of the dark at all. In fact, when I was your age, I exposed this bully who was terrorising the other kids at school. I exposed him because I was the only one brave enough to confront him at the playground at night. But you don't want to hear it.
I want to hear it. Tell me.
You do? Really?
Yeah, you sound like you tell good stories.
Oh, thank you. No one's ever told me that before, but thank you. Come on, I'll tell the story while we're walking.
Okay. Okay, so what'd you do?
So, I should probably start by explaining how I knew him. He moved to our neighbourhood when he was in primary 5.
You can struggle all you like, Waverly, but you won't get free. Our gracious host provided me with the best ropes in the galaxy. It says so, right here, on the rope. Best ropes in the galaxy 2 years running. Good quality, then. Oh, I've been waiting for this. That Truth or Dare game I hosted, that was just a distraction. But this'll be fun. Once your girlfriend finds us and she learns what you did, she'll never talk to you again. And your other girlfriend will have to see it all. Oh, right, and I'll be there too. Hey, TALA, I have a question for you.
I'm sorry, but I'm busy with someone else at the moment. Please be patient, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Come the fuck on! The host said I'd be able to speak to TALA whenever I wanted. Why isn't she responding to me?
She's avoiding you, because you suck. You see, Joe? You're not gonna win.
Sweetheart, I'm not trying to win. You're playing the host's game. I'm just a monster. Or, if you prefer chess metaphors, the host is the king, their gender notwithstanding. And I am the queen here, Queenie.
Once the others get here, they'll kick your ass.
I doubt that. Even if they stood on each other's shoulders, they couldn't do that. If I could pick you up, I can take them on. I'm sorry, you've caught us at a very bad time. Waverly's a little tied up at the moment.
Hey, that's not fair. I already used that pun.
What do you want, Joe?
Weren't you listening? I just want Waverly to come clean, and I want you two to hear her. Then you can go and tell everyone else. After all, we can't keep our secrets forever, can we? They've got to come out at some point.
Let her go. Ow! My nose.
Nice try, Katie. I knew you were coming, so I found a room that had this handy little invisible electric wall. Only I can turn it off. And you know what? I feel like I should let Waverly go. She's got very important work to do with a certain someone.
Shut up! I haven't told her yet.
No problem. You can tell her now. Here's a fun fact, you two. Waverly here actually has 2 secrets. One's more recent than the other, but I'm pretty sure you're here because of that older one. This knife I've got here in my hands, it's not the one that put out Galatea's eye, unfortunately, but it'll do the job. Here's the deal. I'll cut you loose if you tell them the truth. If you don't, I'll cut them both up.
Waverly, tell us the truth.
About what?
What really happened to your parents?
I didn't do anything to them. They're dead.
No shit, Sherlock. But every time you weep about them being dead, you conveniently leave out the part where it was your idea.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You made a deal with my master. I know about that because my master was so excited that Queen Waverly Black would be lured here just to spill the truth.
You know the truth. Why don't you tell it?
Tell them what happened. Now.
I didn't mean to. I didn't know. I was 16. My parents discovered that my best friend Zell was the shapeshifter. They couldn't have their precious child coursing with a monster. We were inches away from a civil war with the shapeshifters on our planet, the Copras. They had lived on our planet as long as we, the Kurchabras, had. But my parents thought wrongfully that they would rise up and kill us. They took my best friend, humiliated her in front of the entire kingdom, and beheaded her. To my parents, cutting off her head was like squashing a bug. Killing her sent a very clear political message. Shapeshifters would never be welcome on Trillia again. I thought all I could do was something drastic, something that would shake things up. I learned through word of mouth from someone who had connections to the family that there was this person for hire who specialized in political murders. I made the deal, but it wasn't the one that you think I made. The assassin was supposed to kill me, not my parents. I don't know what happened, but at the banquet, this hooded figure dropped from the ceiling and slit their throats before disappearing into a cloud of smoke.
It's my signature. I thought you wanted a death that would shake things up. I gave you 2 for the price of 1, sweetheart.
It wasn't what I wanted. I wanted my death to end the struggle, not theirs. I wanted the other Quitcherbras to see what we'd done. We had ripped apart a culture like it was nothing, just because my parents had to quell an uprising. There was one. When I was 10 years old, 20 Copras stormed the castle to have my parents read their manifesto. That was it. But my people, most of them believe all Copras are thieves. They're all terrorists. We saw that and believed the Copras would kill us all. All I can do to change that perception is to do right by their nation. I've tried to prevent a war, and so far I have. But if the truth gets out, I can't go home. My entire planet will revolt. They'll kill me. No one knows the truth. I had to keep it a secret. I may not have held the knife, but their blood is on my hands. I should have never tried to mess with the order of things. I was a child. I would never have made that deal if I were older. Now you see why I don't like talking about it. It hurts.
There you are, Joe. That's her secret. Now let her go.
It's okay, I've got you.
Ugh! Physical affection? In my confession room?
What's wrong, Aveline? You look like you've been betrayed. Are you jealous?
No, I'm not. Why would I be?
Ugh, I don't know. You just looked a little green, that's all. Hey, wait a second. I don't think you've revealed your secret. Do I need to convince you to?
No, I'll tell Waverly my secret. I swear I will. Katie Bell already knows my secret. I'll tell the others too.
Okay, good enough. But I'll be back for you later. Ta-ta!
It's Joe.
Oh, shit. I'm out of smoke bombs.
Gee, don't look.
My knife. I can't reach it.
I don't care if this kills you. I hope it hurts. I hope it hurts worse than what you've done to us.
Just a little. Nice try, Mars. But my master will help me. After all, they promised.
We'll see about that. Aveline, there you are. Help me carry Joe. I'm taking them to my lab. You remember the vaccine I explained to you?
Yeah, I remember.
I'm going to use it on Joe. Then we'll see if the house comes to save them. Okay, I've got their legs.
I've got their arms, but I don't know for how long. Can we maybe hurry?
TALA, are you there?
I'm here. How can I help?
Tell ELORY and SAWYER to meet us in my lab. Quick as they can. G, come with us. We're going to my lab.
What about the others?
They'll be okay. If Joe's unconscious, I don't think there's anything around there that can hurt them. Come on, let's go.
I didn't mean to.
No, I know you didn't. No one ever wants to kill someone.
But I did. I'm the only one who sought out help. I didn't think about the consequences. I planned it. I should have known better. Katie Bell, I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, okay? Come here. I've got you.
Why are you hugging me? Don't you hate me?
No, I don't.
Why not?
You know what she did and you feel guilty. You have a heart. I know how you feel.
You do? You haven't killed anyone, have you?
No. But I do know what it's like to make a big mistake and what it's like to live with it. Some mistakes are just bigger than others. Waverly, I have something to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, it's not something I can really tell you.
Do you have to show me or something?
I want to give you this. I have something for you to read.
This isn't a declaration of love, is it?
No. It's something you need to know about me.
Uh-oh. If you're serious, it must be important.
Wait, did you just ask if it would be a declaration of love? Why would it be that?
I was just asking. I was joking around, just trying to lighten the mood, but I'll let you make the jokes. You're better at them. You want me to read this, right?
Yes. It'll explain everything.
This is gonna sound weird, but will you sit with me?
Oh, sure. I can do that. But you may not want me this close when...
Hey, Waverly! Hi, Katie Bell!
Hi, TALA. We were just...
Waverly was just about to read something I wrote her. Do you need something?
Yes, actually, I do. The others are all heading to Mars Lab, if you're wondering. I just wanted to let you know that.
We're a little busy right now, Tala. Can you please go away?
I can't. I'm sorry. Look, something's been bugging me. I can't get Galatea alone long enough to tell her, so I'm telling you to.
What is it?
I was scanning for anything weird on the ship, and I don't know when it showed up, but I think there's something attached to the outside of the ship. I can't tell what it is. All I know is that it just showed up on my sensors, and that's suspicious.
You think we should go and investigate?
How would we? If it's on the outside, we'd have to go on a spacewalk.
Oh, there's a spacewalk boarding area about a 10-minute walk from where you are now. If I shut down my sensors for a few minutes, you might be able to put on suits and go look. At least, I think that's possible. I mean, ELORY and G were able to get on, right? That was apparently allowed by the host. I don't know why. But if I do what I did last time, I think you two can go out there for 5 minutes and see what's going on. But only if you feel up to it.
You're asking us to go outside, in the vast darkness of space, to look at something that may or may not be helpful to us?
Only if you can. I don't want to force you to do anything, but remember what that one host prompt said. We don't have much time left.
That's a good point. And besides, we'll be out there together. If something goes wrong, we have each other to rely on.
I've never been on a spacewalk before.
I've been on hundreds. I've even learned to hear the stars when they sing.
The stars sing?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Years ago, I went on a spacewalk near this giant yellow star. Suddenly, I heard this strange melody. It went like this. When I got closer to the star, the singing got louder and more clear. There was no one there but myself and a few assistants. None of them were singing. It must have been the star. Maybe that star out there can sing too.
I'm still not sure. Space is kind of big and empty and completely terrifying.
If you want, I can hold your hand while we're out there.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. That sounds great.
Excellent. Tala, lead us there.
Dining in the Void is a production of Zebulon Podcasts. This episode was written by Arizona Jonson and Nicole Birdy. AVELINE Lion was played by Ari. Galatea Ivory was played by Molly Alex. Waverly Black was played by Molly Ray. Katie Bell Silver was played by Bio. Mars Cove was played by Emmett Moon. Sawyer Green was played by Dylan Shane. Tala was played by Arizona Jonson. ELORY was played by Cedric Reeve. G was played by Vivian C. Joe was played by Rhea, and R was played by Piper Kilgour. Music was composed by Benny James. Sound was edited by Ari and Nicole Birdy. Follow us at dininginthevoidpodcast.tumblr.com and on Twitter at dininginthevoid. Thank you for listening.